Oh. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the S&M show, broadcasting live from the home of the comic book man, Jay and Silent Bob's secret stash. My name is Ming Chen. Sitting across from me. Hold on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sitting across from me
This is
is
really
Samantha
terrible.
Quintus. Here we go. Here we go. Actually, here we do this. I'm using a old new laptop for all this. Here we go.
Old new laptop.
There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the S&M show. My name is Ming Chen, broadcasting live from the home of the comic book men. Sitting across from me is Samantha Quintus. Hello, my friend.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
And as always, I missed the F out of you.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Everyone's like, "Where are you? Where are you?"
I've been
Even
here.
Mike Zapsik is like, "Are you still doing it?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, man."
I know. Well, it was funny too because everyone knows that you're a con whore.
I am big con whore.
So yeah, like you kind of fucked us up.
It's scheduling wise, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I did. So yeah, blame me. Blame the Asian. Blame the Chinese guy.
Blame Canada.
Blame the. I wasn't in Canada, but
We can blame them anyway.
I'm trying to get to Canada.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to Canada. I'm trying to go to a con in Montreal, the Montreal Comic Con, and I was there.
One of my angels is in Montreal.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So the indication like, yeah, we're kind of full. I think our guests are locked up, and I'm like, Kevin and Jay are going to be there. Like, I kind of use that as my trump card. Like, can I just,
Yeah, they're kind of just like, we don't want to tell you, Ming Chen, but like, we don't want you here. You're that guy that tags along. You're like,
It's got to be bad if even Montreal doesn't want you.
It's.
I'm bilingual. I can speak a little French. Bière, parfum, croissant, chocolat. It's good enough, right?
Je mange le petit enfant.
Yes. Yeah, oui. Je mange le petit enfant. Oui. Oh, oui, yes. Potin. I can say it like with a French accent, poutine. Yeah. Anyways, we're back. Yeah, I'm sorry I was gone for so long. 3 cons in a row, Samantha. I went from Atlantic City, which you were invited to.
Oh, yeah.
Failed.
Oh, no, I showed up. I tried
did?
texting. Yeah, I was in Atlantic City that day. I
What?
text you, and you never text
Wait,
me back.
hold up. Back up. You were in AC? You came to AC?
Yeah. I text you. And you never answered me. And then I said, like, fuck this. I'm going home. And then, like...
Wait, seriously?
Yes. You didn't know this?
No.
You answered the text.
Oh, man. Where the hell was I?
I don't know. You were, like, having cocktails with strippers or something.
No, I was sitting lonely at a con because...
Yeah, no. We text you. And,
Oh, my God. I'm such an asshole.
You are an asshole.
I apologize.
I mean, like, I've known this for years.
Yeah. Well, I would blame the reception there, but I think that's a poor excuse.
It is. Yeah.
You should just come and wait. How far did you make it? Where were you?
We were in Atlantic City all day.
Okay, what were you doing all day?
We when I didn't hear from you, we walked up and down the boardwalk.
Yeah.
We
Oh my God, I can't believe you were there.
We went to the outlets.
I can't believe it. I can't. Oh, did you go to that wing place? Doesn't matter. There's a wing place there, but.
So yeah.
Oh my God! Wait, was that like Saturday?
Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah.
I wish we.
Yeah. Finally, at about like 6:30, I left. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna go home."
Oh my God! All right, I apologize. I thought I'm gonna have to look through my call log, but I thought you were when you said "fuck this," it meant like I'm not even gonna try to come.
Yeah. No,
Oh.
we were there.
Well, I apologize. No wonder you were so.
No, it was like funny too because we.
Did you gamble?
No, I don't gamble.
Okay, it was funny. I'm sorry.
We drove down, and we stopped in Smithville.
Okay.
And they had like this little like fair going on. So we walked around there and we got lunch, and then we got to Atlantic City and we couldn't get in touch with you. So we went to like Bass Pro Shops and we walked around the outlets, and then we still couldn't get in touch with you. So we walked up to the boardwalk and we walked from Caesars to Showboat and back.
Right.
And then like by then it was like 6:30. I was like, fuck Ming
Oh.
Chen, I'm going home.
What an asshole.
Yeah, I was like, dude, he's a dick. But it was like a nice day off. It was like otherwise we would have just been like sitting around doing nothing.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah.
All right.
But my boyfriend and I made it awesome. You just made it sucky.
Right. Would you have gone home that night?
Yeah.
Oh,
I had work
okay.
the next day.
Oh, right. Okay. So I had a pretty crazy night that night. Not super crazy.
With the strippers and hookers, I know.
There were no strippers or hookers, but no. But welcome back.
Yes.
I went to a con this weekend, but I didn't go as a guest.
Yeah, I know. You went as like a person.
I went as a patron.
Yes.
Went to a con called Special Edition in New York City. And I was just wandering around and I was getting stopped. The day I don't get stopped at a con is the day it's all over.
Yeah.
So just heads up.
So next time you're at a con, don't stop Ming Chen.
Yeah,
Just make him feel really
right,
terrible.
or else we're gonna keep going. It's just gonna get even worse. But I got stopped several times, and fans of you.
Oh
fans
yeah,
of the show, fans of you, and
Fans
that
of
makes
me.
me so happy.
that makes me happy.
Makes me really happy.
Hi guys.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I wanted to give a shout out too. Let me get up
all
on
right,
my Twitter
who
here.
are we shouting at? Who are we shouting out?
Hold on.
A question here from Spider Ann on Twitter. Sam Q. What is Sam's verdict of Daredevil?
Oh, I watched the first episode and I even watched the second episode and I thought it was boring as shit. Like I wanted to bang my head against the friggin' wall.
Our 3 viewers just turned their internet radios
and that
off.
was the thing too. Like it shouldn't. Okay, so
oh my God.
So it shouldn't take more than one episode to get into a show.
Friends?
It shouldn't take more than one episode, and like everyone's like, "Oh no! It takes 2." And I'm like, "Hey, that's like the wrong move. If you don't win him in the pilot, then like I'm done. I'm gone."
Pilots are hit or miss.
So I watched the second episode, and I'm not impressed by him. I don't like him. I've never liked Daredevil.
Okay.
Back when shitty Ben Affleck made
that's
him.
totally different. That the end of season 2 and that hallway fight, nothing.
I didn't watch all the way. I watched like most. Yeah, it just.
Oh, you got to keep going. All right. Well, I can't force you to do anything.
It was terrible. I hated it.
Wow.
Like the entire first episode, I just wanted to bang my head against the wall. And even like Alex was a huge fan of True Blood.
Right.
And even the redheaded girl that was a vampire on True Blood, even that didn't sway us.
Wow.
And she's hot as shit.
She flip flops.
What,
Did
between
you
hot and ugly?
Yeah. Not ugly, but just hot and like not as hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's
like you never flip flop. You're always hot.
I flip flop all the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
When? Like this? Like what?
I don't know.
Do you have bad moments? Really?
Yeah.
Like when? I don't remember.
Like all the time.
I don't remember any of these. I'm just saying.
So yeah, she flip flops, but I mean, like she's very striking. She's got those big eyes.
Sure.
She's got the
blonde
really nice hair,
the frame,
exactly. She's really pretty, and even that, like, she was his favorite character on True Blood, and like I've never seen somebody like so not interested in watching.
So
her
he
on
wasn't
screen.
even. He wasn't.
Like he like looked at her. He's
either.
like, okay, and kind of like
wow.
walked away. Yeah, it was.
Right.
No, it didn't win me.
Shocking.
Over.
All right.
But let me see. Where's my shout?
Well, if you wanna tell Sam Q why she's wrong, you can tweet her.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me
why
I'm wrong.
You can tweet her at the Zen Librarian. Or you can tweet me at Mingchen37, MINGCHEN37.
You know what I realized? I actually looked up at Zen Librarian, like not the completely different woman.
There is a Zen Librarian?
Yeah.
Oh, and what is she, like an old woman?
Yeah, she's like a librarian. She's like really like
She's really old,
I Googled it the other day. I was like, or I Twittered searched her the other day, and I was like, I wonder if she's ever like gotten tweets, because like I refuse to put like spell it, so if people just hear like Zen Librarian, I was like, man, I wonder like what kinds of like people calling her like tweeting at her like you should die and get hit by a truck, like that one guy.
Pray for Debbie.
Yeah, like that one guy said to me, so I'm like,
pray for Debbie, which if you hit the pray for Debbie hashtag,
it's like terrible. All of them
it was a woman dying of cancer named Debbie.
Yeah.
Now it's Eminem's mother, who is also named Debbie, who I believe is also dying of cancer.
Well, I was to say with obviously PBR started the Pray for Alex,
right? And
that was like some girl like local around here dying. And I felt terrible. I was like, shit, man.
Yeah, you're going to hell. You're all going to hell.
But my shout out goes to Chris Barlow at Silver King 0818 about my run yesterday, which we'll talk about. He's training for his first marathon coming up in January. Love listening to the pod while I run. So
there you go.
So go an extra mile.
Yes.
And he hashtagged Disney Marathon, which is awesome. I hear that's like awesome.
I want to do that. I want to do there's a Star Wars one. I want to do that. There's an Avengers one. I want to do that.
I want to do the Disney Princess half marathon.
If you can get in, like,
because I want to wear, like, I'm not the person who wears skirts when I run, but I want to wear a tiara and a tutu like fucking cray. So I need to do that.
Purple.
Probably pink.
Pink tutu.
It would have to match my running shoes.
You know what? Screw it. If you get into that and I get in, I'll wear the tutu too.
You'll wear a tutu too?
Sure.
Tutu.
I'll wear a tutu. Yes.
Okay.
All right, deal?
Deal.
All right, now we just got to get in.
Yeah, now we just have to sell our friggin' souls to Mickey Mouse.
The problem with that, those Disney runs is, one, they're freaking expensive.
And then you have to like travel down there. You have to stay somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's a chunk in itself. Like to register, like a normal half marathon is maybe between $60 and $80.
Yeah.
Some of the higher end ones, you might go up to $100. The Disney ones I think they start like 185 because they know they can get it.
That's the same thing as like the rock and roll marathons.
Yeah.
Usually, like, I mean, I can run the New Jersey Marathon for like $80.
Mm-hmm.
The rock and roll marathon's like 150
Yeah.
because they have to pay the bands along the way,
Right.
Which like
It's
those bands suck and no one's listening to them anyway.
No, I'm like, just shut up. I want to get to my next mile. Yeah.
But they definitely do have some cool medals. Like
Right.
all like the expensive ones, they like pay out pretty hardcore for a medal.
You're definitely paying for the medal though.
Oh, yeah.
With all that money, you're paying for the medal.
Or we could run the races that you pick for us, and instead of getting medals at the end, we can get cookie dough or whatever we got.
Oh yeah, cookie butter. Yeah,
Cookie butter.
The first half marathon I ever ran with Sam Q, we got, instead of medals, we got jars of what was called cookie butter at the end.
Fucking ridiculous.
I
hated that run, and then I hated my prize.
Yeah, it was like, it's peanut butter, or they made it with ground up cookies.
Yeah.
And damn, was it good.
It was terrible.
It was damn good. I would have taken your jar of cookie butter.
You could have had
Didn't you have yours by your bedside for a while for whatever weird reason?
It was when I used to live at my parents' house. I slept on my couch downstairs, and it was just on the table in the TV room for a while.
You can wake up at 3 a.m, like take a finger full of cookie butter. Like,
It was so gross.
Oh yeah,
Cookie butter.
So good, cookie butter. Yes, but yeah. What were we talking about? Disney half marathon.
Yes, running.
Yeah, so Chris K or whatever his name is.
Chris.
This one's for you.
Chris
This episode is dedicated to you and anybody else that run out there.
Yes, just the fact that like he listens to people talking while he's running. Like I have to listen to music. If I'm on a treadmill, I could listen to my Zombies Run app. But like if I'm running in the wild, I need like music to keep me going.
Yeah. I can't.
Yeah.
I've met people I can't.
I'm just not like one of those like I'm gonna run to the beat of my own feet and breath. Like no, I don't want to hear that shit.
You know that's called torture.
Yeah.
It's called torture.
Usually I eat before I run too because I'm like one of those weird people who does it backwards. So I'll have to hear like the gurgling of my stomach as well.
Oh, it's like that like banana like sloshing around.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
There's your motivation to run, everybody.
Yeah, so there you go. Go ahead.
Yes. But we try to motivate people to move around.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we've definitely been I've been running again a lot more.
Yeah, you have. So. And I've been running with you when I can.
Yes.
When I'm actually here.
You missed out on a good one yesterday.
I heard. So yesterday you intended to go 4 miles, and I looked. If you follow you on Twitter at the Zen Librarian, you saw that she did not go 4 miles.
Yeah, I didn't go 4 miles at all. I went 9 instead.
Yeah.
Well, I think part of it was I kept saying like I'm not training for anything. I'm not training for anything. I want to run.
Okay, then what happened?
Yeah, I want to run for the love of running. I want to discover, running without an agenda. And I had like this whole plan that I was going to become a better runner because I wasn't going to be forcing myself, quote unquote, to run.
Right. The trade-off.
Because when you train, I eat a certain way. Sure. I drink a certain way. I only eat certain things. Mm-hmm. And, I have to hit certain mileage per week. With a full-time job, that's tough. When I trained for my first and second marathon, I was working part-time.
Right.
So
you had time.
Exactly. So
the problem is without the agenda, it's tough because you don't have a goal to
Well, that's like the thing, too. I guess I'm a very competitive person with myself. So I guess my inner competition came out because you told me the other day that you wanted to run the LBI 18-miler.
There's a 18-miler race about, an hour and a half from here?
Yes.
It's annual. And you start it's point to point. You start at one point, the south end of this island, and you run 18 miles, and you end at the other end of the island.
Barnegat Light.
And then they bus you back to where you start, so you get your car and get your ass out.
Yeah, unless somebody picks you up, and that's
I did it one year. I did it the week before I ran a full marathon, which is not ideal.
I did it like 2 or 3 weeks before I ran a full marathon.
That is a little more ideal. And since it was on an island by the ocean. And on that particular day, the wind was blowing against me the whole time.
On mine, it was raining.
Oh, okay. So we fought through adversity, both of us.
It rained the
We're
entire
awesome.
time. But I mean, I have so many memories of that island. From my best friend and me used to go down there. Him and his family get a house down there during August, and I go down for like a weekend or a week. And I stay there with them. And my ex-boyfriend, his aunt had a house, so I had a lot of memories of different places. So it was funny though, you mentioned it, and I kind of said it in passing. I was like, oh yeah, I would run that with you. And then I happened to go to LBI this past weekend, and we were talking about the islands, and I said something, and they were like, oh, so you come in halfway through the island. And I was like, actually no, you come in at about 10 miles in.
Yeah.
And, like, so I was like, if you drive about 2 miles down that way, you'll hit this. And I know all this because I ran it. Like, I remember where everything is.
You
what
didn't just
the mile
drive
marker
speed
is.
through it. You were, and we both did.
I think the idea of saying, like, hey, I'm going to train for this marathon
right.
awoke, like, this inner thing in me that I was like, fuck it. If I'm going to be training for this 18-mile race, I might as well train for a marathon then. And if I'm going to be training for a marathon, I might as well just run 9 miles.
Oh, it's
today.
on now.
Yeah.
It's so on now. All right.
So I ran 4 and I was like, well, if I'm feeling good at 4, because it was hot.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm feeling good at 4, I'll run 5. And then I was feeling good at 5, so I was like, I'll do 6.2.
Yeah.
So that 6.2, I was like, maybe I should try for like 7. And then when I was running, the bridge I was going to run across was closed.
Okay.
So instead of going back the way I came, I went the other way, like further out.
I saw that.
And, then I texted my mother when I ran like 7.5. And I was like, dude, I'm about to run 8 miles. And then like I finished, like I ran 8 miles and I still had a mile to get back to my starting point.
Yeah,
so
you
like,
just kept going.
So I was like, shit, I might as well just run that.
So I just kept going.
I just kept running.
I just kept running.
So it was funny though, because Alex, I got back to the house. It was fine. Like I wasn't breathing heavy. I needed some water. I was parched. But he looks at me because how far did you go? I was like, 9. But God, I should have gone 10. And he's like, didn't you want to go 4? Like, I think you overachieved.
Oh, I'm
like 125 to my goal over here.
It just feels so much better when you go farther. I've done it a couple of times. I just felt good. I was like, let's keep going. And I'm sorry I don't have this hooked up to the like, can we anyways. Yes, I just kept going.
Well, I figured, you know what, like if I'm gonna
But most of all, I thought of Jenny. Yes, I'm sorry, continue.
If I'm gonna train for this 18-mile race, I might as well just do halfway there.
Yeah.
So, and then, if I'm going to train for an 18-mile race, I might as well just run a marathon.
I just kept running.
and if I'm going to run a marathon, I might as well just go coast to coast. Shit. That escalated.
Yeah. Well, one day.
Yeah.
One day.
So,
all right. So when is this race? Because
October 12th.
Okay. I believe I'm here.
Well, you're going to be here.
I believe I'm here. Yes. All right. Shoot. Let's do it.
Let's run a marathon.
Let's do it, and then I'll go to Columbus and run that marathon.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Come run Columbus with me.
I was thinking I want to go warmer. Like I'd rather run in a tank top and shorts than
you can run in tank top and shorts. It's
not
like
in November.
No, it's October. It's like October 20th.
Yeah, I can't take off 2 weekends in October.
It says who?
It says my job.
Oh, all right. Well, that sucks.
So I figure, you know what? I'll either do one in November or September.
Okay.
And I don't really want to run another marathon in November. So September it is.
What about November and say Dallas? Like Texas?
Well, that would be fine.
Okay.
I made a joke too that I wanted to go on vacation to Boulder in September, and I was like, maybe I was talking with one of my friends. I was like, maybe I'll plan it so I do a trail run when I'm up there. And they're like, you've never been to Boulder, right? And I was like, no. And they're like, you're not going to be able to just run.
Oh, altitude?
Because you're on altitude
sickness?
Yeah, they said they were a cross-country runner, and they're like, I went for a run, I made it to my mailbox, and I passed out.
Wow, it's that bad. Okay, yeah. I've never...
So, needless to say, I'm not running. I'm not doing Boulder.
Right. All right. Well, now with that attitude, you're not.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so let's run.
Time to go buy an oxygen mask or something.
Yeah, it's been tough. Like, at this time last year, I think I'd run 3 halves in a full, and I've only done 1 so far in it.
Yeah.
I feel like
shit.
Well, it's not that. It's just sometimes it's the motivation. So I say if you
actually have to not be going to cons to be signing up for other things.
That's what I thought. That was my excuse, right? I was like, I'm going to cons. I can't train at that. Sean Astin, you're familiar with Sean Astin, the actor, Goonies.
Yeah, that ugly guy.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
51st Dates.
Yeah, the fat one.
He's not fat because he's training. Every time I've seen him at a con, he has run a race on one of the days of the con. So I saw him in Chicago. He did a 10K. Saw him in DC. He ran a half marathon. He was just in Niagara Falls. He did the Niagara Falls women's half marathon. Like he ran Boston. Did Boston the full.
So clearly he's not fat anymore.
No, and now he's training for Ironman Kona, which is like the most prestigious
this guy looks like now.
Ironman triathlon. So I'm just saying that is that not running, even if you're going to cons, is not an option. But I did a half before a con.
Yeah, you did.
In January. The thing is, like, I literally went from the finish line to the con. I was wearing my medal, and I smelled like I smelled like it too.
I smelled so terrible when I came back yesterday. I was like, I'm just gonna go take a shower before we go anywhere.
Yeah. So they kind of like I just changed my shirt, and I was like, all right, let's go.
Let's go.
Who wants a photo with me?
Let's go.
What's photo? What's an autograph? Let's go. Let's go.
So I had Quicksilver 3355. Sean said, glad you guys are back. Miss you two together. I hope Sam's mom is doing better. She is. She finished her radiation. That's kind of where I've been too.
Yeah, so your mom is, if you haven't tuned in.
On my days off, I just stay with my mom.
Yeah, your mom was diagnosed with cancer.
Breast cancer that spread to her bones. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, she's actually doing a little bit better.
Going through treatment. A lot of people ask me.
Yeah, so she had 8 radiation treatments to go through. She just finished those 2 days ago. So they might have to do more radiation depending.
How bad does it suck? I mean, it's got to suck, but how bad does it suck?
Well, they tell you that there's no side effects, but she's like very fatigued, like she comes home, she's tired, she's really like, worn down. Yeah. And I mean, it doesn't necessarily help that we're planning my sister's baby shower for this weekend. We've been running around getting everything. Right. So, it's kind of like, she's tired because of a lot of things, but, it's good days and bad days. Right. So, like depending on how tired she is or how worn out she is or what we're doing with our day, some days are better. Some days we get home, and usually when I'm up there, I go for a run, and she'll like wait for me to come home, and, like blah, blah, blah. And some days I come home and she's just passed out because she's so exhausted. Some days the hormones that she has to take hit her a little bit harder. And, like the other day, she has trouble swinging her right leg into the car when we drive her places. So I lift her foot up and put it in the car. And the other day we were driving, and, she told me, she's like, I just start crying at the littlest things. I was watching TV and there was a dog barking and I started crying, and it was beautiful and sad. And, the hormones are kind of making her crazy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And we were driving and she started crying, and she goes, you're the only one out of like the 4 people who drive her places. She goes, you're the only one who lifts my foot up for me. Oh. And I was just like, and then she started
everybody
crying.
else makes her like
everyone else like makes her like fucking haul her leg in. And I was just like, Jesus Christ. And then she started crying, and, it's rough to watch somebody that has been a pillar for you, kind of not crumble, but, that you kind of have to hold them up a little bit. Right. So it's been like mentally exhausting. And it occurred to me the other day that I'm the only thing that keeps my father patient, because he has no patience. He has no...
You have patience?
No, but I, for some reason, managed to keep my father. Okay. So when I'm up there, instead of leaving after I'm done hanging out with my mom, I wait for my dad to come home and I get him out of the house. Yeah. So it's like a double dose of taking care of my parents, because, I'm taking care of my mother in the morning, and then I'm giving my father peace of mind in the afternoon.
Dude, that's good of you, man.
No, I mean, I realize like I love my parents. Like they're cool people. Like I really like hanging out with them. Yeah. It's just,
not a lot of people can say that.
I like really actually need to do my laundry. I haven't done my laundry in about 2 months. I'm just like coming to the end of all the clothes I own. Yeah. And I like...
that's a lot of recycled underwear. Are you like turning it inside out?
I don't wear underwear.
Oh, right. Yeah,
I don't wear underwear.
Right. Okay.
So I definitely need to get the I definitely need to get my laundry done. I haven't had a day off to do it, so.
Okay. 2 months worth.
Yeah, I'm thinking next Tuesday.
Okay.
I'll be doing my laundry.
That'll be laundry day. Okay. But no, let me clarify. You said no underwear. Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure I heard that
just
right.
You want to make sure you harp on the most important part.
Right. Well, all right. I'm glad she's doing okay. I mean, it sucks. I'm sure some people listening to this are maybe going through something similar. Yeah. Cancer's an asshole.
Cancer sucks. Like, it fucking blows.
Yeah.
That's all I can say about that.
Yeah. But that's nice of you to spend your free time with her, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure she appreciates it, as does the rest of your family. Now, this baby shower this weekend.
Yes.
Is it a Lost-themed baby shower?
No,
your sister threw a Lost-themed wedding on April 23rd. No, April 15th.
April 15th.
2000. Wait. Right. April.
I forget the fucking dates.
April 8th, 2015.
Yes.
4/8/15.
Yeah, 4/8/15.
Yeah, so it's not a Lost-themed baby shower.
It's not a Lost-themed baby shower. They've finally picked the name. It's not Lost-themed.
Oh, it's not?
It's been the same since the wedding.
After all this?
My sister, I think I mentioned it once before. They're gonna name the kid Griffin with a Y for Gryffindor.
Oh, okay. Not Peter Griffin. from
No,
Family Guy.
not Peter Griffin. Yeah, names her kid the way 13-year-old names a hamster.
Mm-hmm.
So her child, her son will be named Griffin. Her husband, my brother-in-law, is responsible for the middle name. He hasn't picked one yet.
Oh, we better pick quick. When's
yeah.
this kid coming out?
July 26th.
That's in about a month.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick that quick.
Yeah.
Griffin.
Oh shit! I forgot my blanket.
Yeah, or your baby blanket. What?
No! I forgot my
Griff.
Somebody made me a blanket at work, and I completely forgot it.
Oh, that's nice. For the baby?
For the baby.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
cool. So Griff, like Griff Tannen.
I said
Back to the Future.
It was funny too. I said to her, I was like, "Can I call him Finn?" And she goes, "Why can't you just
Finn.
call him Griff?" And I was like, "Because I want to call him Finn."
Yeah.
So she's like, "You can call him whatever the fuck you want."
Yeah,
I was
Griff
like,
is Biff's son from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
The one, hoverboards, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is 2015, by the way.
It is.
We're missing out on the flying cars, but the Cubs are going to win the World Series, apparently.
I don't think so.
Or is it the Marlins that are supposed to win? I don't know.
It's the Cubs.
I don't know. Yes, something like that. Our friend Aristotle, or A.K. Agamemnon 1001, asks, are you watching the Women's World Cup?
Nope.
No? Really? No interest?
Nope. I don't really like women's soccer that much. If I want to watch girly people play soccer, I'll just watch regular soccer.
Oh, so you just want to watch... Yeah, you're just interested in... Wow, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I've
right.
never been a fan of most women's sports.
All right, so the whole Mia Hamm and all that, no?
Didn't get into it. Although I finally got into basketball.
Oh, what, you've been watching the finals?
It finally fucking happened.
Really?
Yes.
How did this
we could all
happen?
thank my boyfriend for this.
Why are you watching the final? Cleveland versus Golden State of all finals.
Yeah, I got super into it. I've been saying for years I want to get into basketball. I feel like I like every other sport. I'm not well-rounded enough.
I think you missed your window. I was so into the NBA back 88, 89, 90. The bad boys Detroit Pistons, man.
Yeah.
Those are the glory. That was fun.
I said I wanted to get into it during March Madness. I kind of like he got into March Madness, so I kind of was like watching it.
Sure.
I kind of got into it. And then just watching the finals, the Golden State versus the Cavs. It's been exciting, and I've loved every minute of watching it.
I was pulling for the Houston Rockets. Just I know people down there. I was down there while they were playing, so I was pulling for them, and it didn't work out that way. But
as it usually doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't work in my favor. No, not really. One day it will, though.
Yeah, not with the Devils though. They still suck.
Well, we'll see. New coach, new era.
So I'm rooting for Golden State.
Why?
Because I hate LeBron.
Oh, me too. Somebody asked me that today.
So there you go.
Well, I'm conflicted because I was born in Cleveland. Euclid for any Ohioans listening out there. But yeah, hey, I can't stand LeBron.
Yeah, I
James.
just don't like
can't
LeBron. Stand
him.
So I'm rooting for Golden State. But I told Alex I might want to go for rooting for a homish team. So he's a Knicks fan, and I just can't. I can't.
Good luck with that.
I can't be a Knicks fan, so I said, "Well, you know what? I'll become a Nets fan."
Nets,
and he looks at me.
Jay-Z.
He looks at me and he goes, "You cannot become a Nets fan." I was like, "I think I might be a Nets fan."
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Our friend Frank Rodriguez says Griff is Biff's grandson.
Oh.
Grandson.
Grandson.
That went 30 years ahead. Okay. Right. Okay. Anyways. Wow. Nets.
Yeah. So I think I'm.
Okay.
I think I'm going to become a Nets fan just to piss everyone off. I like their colors.
Yeah, you're good at choosing teams that piss everybody off. So
yeah.
Dallas
Well, it was
Cowboys,
either that or like
Boston Bruins.
I was to say it was either that or like the Celtics or something.
The Celtics.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Right on.
Right but on. So I feel well rounded because I enjoy basketball.
All right, that's cool. I'm still Pistons
and I think
fan.
I'd look hot in like one of those cute little jerseys.
Oh, like the women's cut basketball jerseys. Do you own any?
No, but I'm gonna go buy one.
I'm sure Jay-Z will take care of you in that department.
I'm sure I could just go to Modell's.
Sure, but I want you to get one that like Beyonce would wear.
No, because hers probably has like bling on it.
Get some bling on there.
I don't want fucking bling on my basketball jersey.
Get some bling on there.
That's like people who wear pink jerseys.
Oh, like the Boston Red Sox fans with the pink Boston
Everyone,
hats?
like every single team makes pink jerseys, and I hate that. Like
appeal to the female fans.
Yeah, but female fans should be appreciative of the team's colors.
Right. Okay. I understand.
Like
that.
if you want to wear pink, I don't know, but just don't do it here.
All right, I don't care. I'm more a fan of the cuts.
I mean, like, you'll see a lot of like pink jerseys too at like, a Devils game.
Sure.
Pretty much everyone wears them because all Devils fans are
girly.
homos. But yeah, exactly. But like you don't see that at like a Boston Bruins game. Like a girl wears a pink jersey to a Boston Bruins game, she's gonna get her ass pummeled.
Right, but you will see the pink Red Sox hats though. Well, I see a lot of those.
Yeah, you do.
I see a lot of those. I'm just saying. Anyways.
Well,
since we're on the sports. We're talking about sports. a lot of hockey has gone on since we last
Yeah.
podcasted.
So clearly.
Yeah. You were sort of pulling for you were in a Rangers household.
I was.
And
that was depressing as shit.
Oh, I can imagine. But in our house, well, meaning the store here, had the Rangers won the cup, it would have been a pretty horrible year for all of us. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
But it was really bad.
Yeah.
We were really bad. So, yeah. I mean, it was a hard fought series for both of them.
Well, it's
well.
been good hockey. It's
played well.
There really hasn't been like many series that I'm like, I wasn't really interested in that.
Yeah, I mean, can't come back for a 3-1 deficit against Capitals. They do that every year.
Yeah,
but that's still hard fought.
Do that every year.
Yeah, but the 7 games against Tampa Bay, it could have gone either way.
It really could have.
Came down that last game,
it really did, and unfortunately,
and it was just that night.
They just didn't show up for it.
Yeah. So, I have a.
Who are you rooting for?
Tampa Bay.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, I know you have no love for Chicago at all. For whatever reason, you have no love for
I dated a Chicago fan. I'm done with that.
So that's it? That's why you hate Chicago?
Well, and because when I was a Vancouver Canucks fan,
Right.
Chicago always knocked.
They did.
And then a few years ago, Chicago knocked Boston out. So
They did. But still, I mean...
So fuck Chicago. That's how I feel about them.
The city itself is one of the greatest cities in the country. I'm going to just publicly say that now. As someone who was there...
I was to say, isn't like Spike Lee making a film about how the streets of Chicago are like the streets of Iraq?
I don't know. I don't even know what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago is an amazing, beautiful city that I will not hesitate ever to go to and hang out. So I did get a text from a friend last Saturday.
Was this friend female?
Yes.
Of course.
And I think we talked about this before, but she was like, "Where the hell are you?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Why aren't you here? Like, I have an extra ticket. I have a ticket for my box at the Stanley Cup Finals." I'm like, "Well, thanks for the heads up." Like, apparently, she had a ticket for me.
Oh yeah,
in her center ice box.
In her box.
In her center ice box at whatever. What's the Tampa Bay Stadium called? Whatever Energy Center or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little heads up would have been nice, but I wouldn't have gone. I gave up that ticket. I was at a friend's going away party anyways that I wouldn't have missed. So I'm just
fair
saying.
enough. Yeah, exactly.
But I'm just saying that would have been cool though. So maybe Game 5, Game 7.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you want to come?
Yeah,
to Tampa Bay, to whatever energy center that they're at.
I would go.
You would, of course, you would go. Why wouldn't you go? I'm just saying.
I could rock that.
I'm just saying. All right. Well, so yeah, what's your prediction here? Tampa Bay's up 2-1, correct?
No, I think aren't they tied?
Are they? Did I miss a game or something? No, they're not. No way. It's 2-1, isn't it? Here we're on our freaking NHL apps.
No, they're tied.
Are they tied? It's 2-2?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I did miss a game.
Yeah, you did.
Last night? Was it last night?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it was Wednesday. Chicago won.
These are close games, though.
They are.
This is probably gonna go 7.
Yeah, I would imagine it would. I would hope it would. That's just good hockey.
Yeah.
When it goes 7.
Right on. All right. Our friend Sean here, Quicksilver again. Quicksilver 3355. Have you ever tried Hayward's 5000? It is beer from India, available here in the States. Never heard of it.
No, let's go get it though.
All right, let's go get it. Thank you.
Peace, guys. Bye.
Yeah. Oh, right now?
Yeah, we're just gonna leave and go get it.
Yeah. Right on.
No, we actually have big plans tonight.
Oh yeah, we do. I forgot about that. So
we have some real big plans.
Yeah. Jurassic World.
Yeah, we do.
Coming out tomorrow, but movies don't premiere on Fridays anymore. They premiere the day before, which is today. So I spared no expense. I went on Fandango, and I grabbed a couple of tickets.
Hell yeah!
But like the when I pulled up the app, it was like right there. It's like buy the tickets, and I'm always like, oh my god, they always make it like, oh my god, they're gonna sell out. So I'm on there, and I buy the tickets. I'm like, whew, got it. So we're in row C.
Nice.
Sort of in the middle.
Yeah.
Big, nice reclining seats. Yeah. Right after I bought them, I was reminded of when I went to see the Avengers. And it was in 3D, and they showed the Jurassic World 3D trailer. Yeah. And I was reminded of how awesome the trailer was in 3D, and I'm like, crap. See, we should have done the IMAX 3D.
I don't like 3D.
Okay.
I don't like it when things jump out at you.
Okay.
I especially don't like it when dinosaurs jump out
Oh,
at
okay,
me.
so I made the right call.
Yeah,
then.
no, I
So I was about
generally
to
like
refund
when I'm
those.
watching like Avengers and like one of Hawkeye's arrows is coming at my face, that's fine. But when like a fucking T-Rex is
or
coming
if
at
Hawkeye
me,
is coming in your face, that's
when-
okay too.
Yeah, when Hawkeye comes in my face,
Yeah,
it's
is
fine.
that all right? Okay.
But like a fucking dinosaur, like no. That's brings,
too much.
That brings me back to like my childhood.
To
when,
Jurassic
like,
Park?
yeah, like I was terrified. And then that ride at like Great Adventure where you're like in those movable chairs, and
Right.
you're like falling, and
Have
dinosaurs
you,
are fucking getting you, and it's terrible.
You haven't done the Jurassic Park ride at Universal, have you?
No, I haven't been to Universal since I was in like 8th grade.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Actually,
well,
no,
you're
I
missing
take that back. I've never been to Universal. I don't even know why I said that. We didn't go to Universal.
out. Oh, okay.
Went to Magic Kingdom.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we're going to Jurassic World, and no expectations.
No, my expectations are so low on this movie.
All right. I mean, I hear it's really good, but
Yeah, I mean, and Chris Pratt, like I trust him.
sure.
But Michael Gaines, actually, Star Mike.
Yes.
He we share a love for scores. and
Yes.
we have like a little Dropbox where he sends me all.
Oh, do you really? Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, we share the
That's
secret
cool.
stash
Your-
of music.
Your Dropbox boyfriend,
Yeah,
like freaking your cloud boyfriend.
The secret stash of music.
Yes, okay.
We share,
You're
he shares
freaking-
things with me. So when Tomorrowland came out, which was like the best movie I've ever seen, when the score came out, though, he sent it to me, and that was Michael Giacchino.
Right.
And my comment for Tomorrowland was it sounded a lot like John Williams, like big band
Sure.
feeling. And now I see why, because Michael Giacchino probably studied John Williams
Sure.
to do this correctly.
Yeah.
And one of the best parts about it is like the opening music. He didn't change that song at all. It's like
Well,
literally.
why would you? It's iconic.
Well, I mean, it's iconic, but like he could have added little things, and he did. Like later on, he adds his little motifs, and it becomes his own. But like the first time you hear the da-da-da, da-da-da,
Right.
the first time you hear that, it's 100% John Williams. It's like pretty much the exact same thing. I could even play it for you.
Yeah. Why? Oh, do you have the Jurassic World?
Yeah.
This is the old school one. Just why would you change this though? It's amazing.
It's perfect, and I really think. Here, put yours down.
All right.
I really think that it really shows like a kind of impressive on Michael Giacchino's part.
Yeah, you may know him from when he did the score for the TV show Lost. He's done like a ton of. Oh, it's the same thing. Wait, it's the same score. All right.
He didn't change the song at all.
It's great. He got paid for this. He got paid to rip off
I
John
mean, he
Williams.
changed like the rest of it, but the first time you hear this,
Yeah.
doesn't change.
Yeah. This is the same thing I was just playing. Mine was John Williams. And yours is
He knows what we're talking about. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, Michael Gaines. All right. Good job, Michael Gaines. Good job. And so you're saying you're like I can't wait to hear the score,
Yeah.
which is like you're just going for the score.
I'm like really actually just going into this.
You're gonna go. You're just going close your eyes the whole time.
That's great. You trademarked it.
Yeah. You're just going close your eyes the whole time.
Yeah.
It'll be an amazing movie making experience.
It'll be
or
like
movie watching experience.
just close your eyes and just listen. That's
Listen.
that's all
Listen
I
to
need-
the movie.
That's all I need to do.
Yeah. Do you want me to? You can close your eyes. Describe it to you. It's like, ooh, here comes a dinosaur. I was eating a shark. Oh my god. Oh boy, here comes more dinosaurs. Oh, you should have seen that.
I'm bummed like Sam Neill won't be in it.
He was good.
I'm like bummed that he won't be in it, and I'm bummed that William H. Macy won't be in it.
Was he that good in 3?
No, he wasn't. But William H. Macy is like awesome in everything.
He is. Fargo.
Shameless.
Shameless.
That's the name of the show.
Yes. Yeah, he's a good.
He's like awesome. I mean, he was great in Pleasantville.
Oh yeah.
Where's my dinner?
Yeah, him and Tobe Maguire.
Tobey Maguire.
Tobe Maguire.
Reese Witherspoon.
And Reese. Are you a fan of Reese? Are you Reese
Her
Witherspoon?
chin's really pointy.
Well, forget it. Are you a fan of her acting? I don't care about
Oh,
her
yeah,
chin.
sure. I mean, she's okay.
All right,
Yeah.
you're indifferent to Reese Witherspoon. All right, she made a nasty comment about Kevin, and she's not.
What'd she
She
say?
is not a friend of the family.
What'd she say?
I think she called Moritz a piece of shit or something like
Oh,
that.
that's weird.
But she was mad that she went into an audition and she didn't get cast as. I believe she was auditioning for the part that eventually went to Shannon Doherty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was mad. So and she
Okay.
she made fun of Moritz, and I think she like called Clerks a piece of shit or something. And I'm like, dude, like, come on, don't be bitter. Don't be bitter.
Right?
Yeah. So when she got married to Ryan Felipe, Kevin was gonna go egg her house. This is all documented.
He should have.
Because he found he was talking to somebody about being in Jane Silent Bob Strike Back, and it came up that person he was talking to knew her address, knew Reese Witherspoon's address. He's like, "Oh, dude, let's go egg her house." And he had this picture in his mind of him like throwing eggs at her house, and then the lights flipping on, and Ryan Felipe running out in his underwear. He's like, "Get off my lawn! Like, stop egging my house." It's a pretty cool visual, but
It's pretty good.
this is why I love the guy so much. It's just fun. It's fun working for him. It's fun working for him. Anyways, so Jurassic
I'm
World.
breaking podcast rules and eating while we go.
Oh, all right, Brian Johnson, good job. At least you're not crunching.
Well, I'm like eating over to the
You're
side.
eating rice and beans.
Yeah, I'm eating over to the side. I mean, I have a burrito waiting for me, but like I haven't eaten all day. This is the first meal I've eaten since like 9 miles yesterday.
Yes, that's not good.
So lay the fuck off.
That's why you're so damn like skinny. Probably.
Well, yeah, I
eat once a day.
I haven't had a chance to eat.
Yes. Anyways.
So what time is the movie?
It's 9:00.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 8 for some reason.
No, if it was 8, I would have been out of here.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's 8 o'clock, but like
I like watching trailers, so
yeah, I imagine there'll be probably some good ones.
Oh, I hope so.
So okay, I was reading an article speaking about movies coming up.
Okay.
I was reading an article about
Yes.
Star Wars.
Okay.
And obviously, I've watched the trailers, but I'm trying not to look forward to it because I really just
I love that you're trying.
I really just like hate looking forward to things. So I'm trying not to get like too into it. I watch the trailers and I'm kind of like, yeah, they're cool, whatever.
Okay.
But here's the thing that always bothered me from the minute I saw the first trailer.
Okay.
That like in my head, I always imagined it was gonna be a boy.
What do you mean?
The kid.
What kid?
The star.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't really know who the star is.
I would imagine that it's
the black dude.
No, the girl.
Oh, the girl.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be the black dude.
Isn't that supposed to be Leia and Han's kid?
I don't know. I didn't. I honestly have not tried to read that much.
I mean, that's
into
just
all
what I imagined it was going to be. But I kind of always imagined it was going to be a boy.
Oh.
And like, I'm kind of a little upset that it's a girl.
Why?
I don't
hate
know.
women? What's going on?
Like, really
you won't watch women's World Cup soccer. You like you.
I
You
swear
don't
to God,
like.
I swear to God, I really love women.
You don't like
I mean, not
chicks
that
who
much,
wear
but-
pink to sporting events.
I know this whole episode is why I hate women.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is it about I didn't know if it was about her or not.
So I was reading this article though, and I just like, it like occurred to me that like, it was unsettling when I first saw her hand, because obviously it's a female hand,
Right.
and like I just kind of assumed it was going to be a boy, but like apparently like all my friends are like, oh well, the story's been written for years and it was always going to be a girl and this
Okay.
and that, and I'm like, well, like I don't like read things and look into things, like I don't do that, like that's not my scene. I don't look forward to things.
Well, I mean that'd be cool. I mean for all the other ones, they were focused on a male character.
Well,
the
yeah.
other 6. So yeah, let's switch it up a little
I guess yeah, but like I feel like I don't know. I feel like men, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just, like, the wimpy guys that have been, like, you know, like, Hayden Christensen as Anakin, like,
Sure.
oh, well.
Yeah, Mark Hamill.
You know, like, so maybe this girl's just going to be like, fuck you all.
She's going to be a badass. There's some badass female Jedi, like Mara Jade and
Well, yeah.
and Mara Jade. I don't know of any other ones.
Well, like, Leia had the power.
She did.
You know.
She did. I don't know if she did. She didn't really do anything with it, though.
Well, she had the power to, like, sense where he was.
Right. Well, wait. How come she didn't sense that before she made out with him in Empire?
She didn't, like, make out with him. She gave him, like, a kiss.
That was pretty close.
It's not like making out.
It was pretty close.
It's not like she got on him and, like, rode him.
It was pretty close. I'm sure I've talked about this before. It was great watching the re-releases. Mm-hmm. Remember when they came out back when George Lucas fucked them up and put new shit in, and then watching that with the crowd, and you knew it was coming up, and then she kisses him, and then the whole theater is like, ew! Yeah, that was great. Mm-hmm. That was great. We waited. No, it came out what 9? Yeah, we waited like freaking like 16 years to see that.
Yeah, just to watch some incest.
Yeah, to watch incest. It was So all right, good luck curbing your expectations for that Star Wars.
There you go.
It seems like you've made up your mind already.
We're like, damn, fuck this movie.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure I'll get used to the fact that there's females.
Yeah,
in
I'm
it.
not even looking for. I mean, I'm looking forward to the movie. I'm looking more forward to the video game coming out in front of me, Star Wars Battlefront,
Oh, there you go.
which is a first person. Like it's like a Doom type where you can join the Rebels or Empire. You can play online and you have missions and you shoot people.
That's cool.
You shoot other players. Whether first person shooter, I guess that's called, right? So I dug up the old one for the PlayStation 2. I've been playing with my kid.
Oh, that's nice. You're spending time with your family.
I know, playing video games. Like a lot of people say that's not really spending time. No.
Well, I mean, like anything for you is even like if you remember that you have children, that's impressive to me.
That I remember. Most days I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, not that you watch Game of Thrones, but for anybody who
I do, but I'm not caught up though.
Okay.
Not caught up.
Okay, so for anybody who watched this past week's episode, lips are sealed. I'm not going to talk about all the fucking tragedy that happened, but that last scene in the fighting pit, like. Who that watches Game of Thrones that's seen episode 2, like, is that not the same damn thing? That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Even when in episode 2, like the spaceship swoops down with Yoda on it and they start like shooting everybody, is that not the same damn thing that just happened? Okay. So no spoilers, like, you know, dragons.
I just love. I saw a picture of George R. R. Martin. He's writing in a book and it says, "And everybody dies at the end."
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was funny. So speaking of that. I guess J.K. Rowling like apologized for killing one of the twins in Harry Potter.
The Weasley twins?
Yeah, like she apologized and she said like every year going forward she's gonna apologize for somebody's death. And like it was just like it showed like a Twitter thing and it says like George R. R. Martin finds this cute. You know, like because he like kills people like every friggin' second. And
really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Yeah, there's like a lot of tragedy in Game of Thrones.
I see that. All right. Right on. All right.
So yeah.
Game of Thrones. All right. Well, I went to a concert last night.
You did.
I did.
You did.
I did, and I asked you to not laugh at me, but you wanted to run last night.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't. I'm going to a concert. You're like, which? You're like, which one? And I'm like, don't laugh, but I'm going to see the Dave Matthews Band. Mm. And I
think we can actually just read what the conversation was at that point.
Well, what had happened is our dear friend Susan moved away to LA.
Speaking of that, did you see Kirsten from Lululemon at the show?
I did not. I know she was there.
And she broke her foot?
No, at the concert?
She broke her foot at the concert.
Oh my God, was she step on an errant beer can?
I have no idea. She was, I guess, trying to get up the hill or whatever.
Yeah,
she broke her
foot. So this place we went to, it's a outdoor arena. There's lawn seating and then there's seating below it. It's like the classic outdoor arena. If you watch the Comic Book Man episode where we go to see Kiss and we meet Gene Simmons, it's the same place. But, so yeah, she moved, had tickets, couldn't use them. So I became the beneficiary. And, yeah, and I went. But there was this whole thing where, I was like, don't laugh. But
I said, maybe we run tomorrow after I'm out of work.
Yeah.
And you said you're going to laugh, but save it for Thursday.
You're right.
I'm going to the Dave Matthews Band concert tomorrow. And I said, I meant run, not pod run.
Right.
But Dave Matthews, really? And then my next comment was, I had sex to Dave Matthews once. like his music, not him.
Right, obviously. Okay.
And then we started talking about how you got the tickets. And you said helping frat boys get laid since 1993.
Right,
and I
which
said,
is true.
That's exactly who I had sex with, a frat boy.
Oh, while Dave Matthews was playing?
You put on some Dave Matthews and we had
sex.
Okay,
wait. Was it Satellite? Oh.
Yep, it was all of them. It was the best of.
Oh, it wasn't even Under the Table and Dreaming? It was the best. He had a best. He went out. He cheaped out about the best of.
I think so. Or I don't know if it was like a CD
Hold
or
on.
if it was like a Spotify kind of thing going. Or...
So, if you're familiar with Dave Matthews, yeah. Dave Matthews started in 1991. He's a bartender in Charlottesville, Virginia.
You know way too much about Dave Matthews.
I looked up the Wikipedia, and then what happened? There was a lawyer that came to the bar a lot, and I guess he got wind that he was a songwriter. He was like, "Oh, I know a guy you should hook up with." They got a whole band together, and bam, they blew up, and they became the Dave Matthews Band. Now, what they're also known for, I was in college when he hit it big, and the big thing was, if you were a frat boy. Or if you were a dude with any kind of game, that's how you bet a woman. Want some Dave Matthews, and you do it, and it's automatic like Spanish Fly, like little Crash, little Satellite, little ants, Dancing Nancy's, whatever.
Yep.
So you're saying it worked?
It like totally works.
Set this up. Did you guys went out? You had a nice dinner? Like what? And it was a frat boy. Was this at college?
I was to say actually, yeah. So the way we met actually was I thought he was cute.
Mm-hmm.
So one day when he sat on the other side of class from me, so one
Right.
day on the other side of class, I just approached him. I forget even with what. Like I said something about like how the teacher reuses the questions from the tests,
Okay.
and you could leave shit on your desk. So like, why don't you just leave the last test out, something like that? And he was like, "Oh, that's like a good idea." And I found him on like Facebook or something, and I was just like, "Hey, we
You
should."
sure it wasn't Friendster? This is a long time
I was
ago.
just like, "Hey, we should hang out," and he's like, "Okay, come over to my house." And he lived with a bunch of frat guys, and I went over there, and we just kind of had sex.
Right,
and-
but before that, like, what did he? Was like, hold on, I gotta put on some smooth
Well, no,
music.
it wasn't the first time. It was actually he moved apartments.
Okay.
And we like kept up this thing for the summer, but like one first or second time I was over at his new apartment.
Right.
We were like in his room, and his roommates were out like outside.
Yeah.
Not like outside the door listening, but they were
Right.
like out in
On the porch
TV
or whatever.
room. Yeah,
Okay.
they were out in the TV room.
Okay, in the common
So like
area.
the walls are thin in this
Right.
house, so we put on some Dave Matthews, and I remember
to
thinking,
drown
like,
out your.
I was just like Dave Matthews, but like I mean it was pretty good sex. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Was it because of Dave Matthews that it was good, or?
I don't know. I've
Was he
never
just-
had sex to Dave Matthews
No.
again.
Oh, really? Oh, is that just that one time?
Yeah, just that one
It's
time.
like, burn,
Into me. Yeah.
He
No.
wakes up in the morning.
Yeah. I never had sex with Dave Matthews again.
Oh, you're thought about trying it again, or is it too late?
I mean, maybe when Alex gets
Okay.
back from the
Do you
tour
need
he's
to?
on,
All right.
I'll
do you
just
need
like
to?
I'll put on some Dave
You know what?
Matthews.
Do you need a?
be like-
Do you need me to buy you an iTunes gift card so you can buy
Talk about-
buy
No, I
Under
have
the Table
I
and
have
Dreaming?
Spotify. I think Dave Matthews is on Spotify.
Oh, he is for sure.
Well, you never know. Taylor Swift's not there. Maybe,
Yeah.
Maybe Dave Matthews has some fucking morals too.
Yeah. So I just laughed because I was like, that was ages ago, college. When and I know he's he's still calling tours every summer, and is his music still relevant? I don't know, but it does bring people back to a fun time, definitely a fun time in my life. When that you can do it to this. I mean, this
You
is like-
really can.
This is a panty dropper. This song for sure. Oh God, for by far, no doubt. What? No. So I went to the concert. Went with our friend Meredith.
Okay.
She's been having a tough time lately. Big Dave Matthews fan. So I'm like, all right, let's go. Like, you're gonna appreciate this much more than I do because I stopped at I can't even remember what album.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some of the newer. I don't even.
I was like never a Dave Matthews fan.
Oh, okay, but
I mean, except for like that.
except when you were doing it.
Except that like 10 to 20 minutes, when that was going down.
Okay. Yeah.
Then I was a huge Dave Matthews
Yeah.
fan. but-
So we went and before we got there, she was like, "You can't tailgate there anymore, right? That's probably out." And I'm like, "No, I think you can. It's it's an outdoor arena. It's pretty loose. This place, like you can sit there.
Really,
and,
that's your word, loose? You go to a concert with a woman who's not your wife, to Dave
Right,
Matthews,
right.
that you think is like a panty dropper, getting frat boys
Yeah,
laid,
it's a good-
and
a
you're
good
going to use the
point.
term loose?
Well, the rules
I hope
at the-
Debbie stabs you in your sleep tonight.
She's going to, yeah. So anyways, no, the rules in the parking lot were loose, where you can sit there and you can and
Lax! Use the word lax!
lax. Okay, they were lax. Rules were lax, where you can sit like people were like getting tanked up in the parking lot beforehand.
Yeah.
And so she's like, well, what are the tailgating rules? She was like, I don't know. I don't even go to concerts anymore, so I know nothing about tailgate. Are you familiar with the rules of tailgating?
No, I don't really go to concerts, and I don't really go to PNC. I think the last concert I went to at PNC was Blink 182 when they had their Take Off Your Pants and Jacket CD.
Oh my God, that was so long ago.
Yeah, that was like my last PNC
Okay, so
concert.
you're probably underage then. You weren't drinking nothing then.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Well, it appears that the rule
I
is
probably wasn't smoking weed on the hill either. Who knows?
apparently the rule is if you have a solo cup, one of those red
Yeah.
beer pong cups, you're good.
Could I use a pink one?
You can use whatever color you want.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we could still use pink here.
Yeah, so we didn't know that. So we stopped at the liquor store and picked up some gluten-free beer. Meredith, she's gluten-free. My friend Meredith.
Yeah, that's not good, but
No, it
go
was good. It's this beer called Omission. I don't
on.
know
No,
if you-
Omission's not good. I've tried it.
I like Omission.
Omission's terrible.
Yes. Anyways, and then, my wife says you should try putting this music on for us. I could do that. I just feel
Debbie, I feel so bad for you.
why.
I don't know. Like that one day that you were just like, I'm home for one day. My wife needs me. Wink, wink. I was just like, man, I know
And
Debbie.
I went
know
home.
Debbie's gonna have a terrible night tonight because she's
Why?
stuck with her husband.
I hung out though. I I went home.
I'm just
I
saying.
was actually at home.
I'm just saying.
Anyways, so we picked up gluten-free beer, and we get there. We didn't have any cups. But luckily, you go to a Dave Matthews concert.
People had cups to share.
Everyone's your friend there.
Yeah.
It's great. It's like one big freaking hippie fest, right?
Yeah.
Like what? If you go to Dave Matthews concert, you're probably singing along to this. Like, what do you think the demeanor is of the people around you? Like friendly and like you're all singing. It's like one big
They're
love
all
fest.
high.
Right. Oh, well, that's the other thing. I get in there to our seats. Smell like bad weed everywhere.
Yeah.
Smell like Kevin Smith. He gets good weed though.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying you get bad weed.
I remember when I went to a Dispatch concert a few years ago, and like
Right.
Dispatch is like 20 times more hippie than Dave Matthews. Like they walked out on stage and you just looked around and there were like little puffs everywhere.
Yeah.
I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know.
It just reeked of weed. It was I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. But yes, it was one big. Well, I thought it'd be a love fest, but I saw our crew, our TV crew, is here today, scouting everything out.
Oh yeah, why aren't they here?
No, they were here in the afternoon.
Was Tom
Ron-
here?
Tom is not here yet. Tom is working in Belize, I believe, on a project.
Okay, and obviously Rodney is not here.
Ronnie Porto from the Accelerators. Rodney Porto is going to be here. Yes.
Just get him here quickly.
Oh, my wife says, no, not this music, any music. My wife wants to do it to music. All right.
Well, then do her with music.
I could, with music? Like roll up sheet music? Like, no. Absolutely not. No.
That would probably be more satisfying.
So I saw one of our crew members. He's like, oh, man, I went to Dave Matthews last night. I was like, oh, yeah, good show, right?
Everyone apparently went to Dave Matthews. I drove by it.
Did you?
Yeah, right when they were getting out.
Oh, okay. All right, right on.
So I was there in spirit.
Okay, thank you. I was like, great show, right? He was like, yeah, I got, my wife bought me fifth row center tickets for my birthday. I was like, but she used his credit card to do it, so he bought them for himself. And I was like, wow, what's the view like? And he goes on to tell me that when he gets there with his wife and they get to their seats, and it's kind of crowded, so his wife is kind of, you have your seats, but you stand up. Everyone stands up. And she's over to the right a little bit, and the dude next to her was like, yo, you got to fucking move. And my friend was like, did I just hear that? And the dude's like, yo, move. And he was being really an asshole about it. And my friend's a big dude, so he goes back at him. Security was called, and I think he would oh god, seriously yeah. So he was,
I can get down to
he was about to
I was gonna text Alex that we're having sex when he comes home.
He was about to get in a fight with this guy. He was drunk. My point, because he probably tanked up in the parking lot. But my point was, can you imagine getting into a fight at a Dave Matthews concert?
No.
And then my whole joke was like, my friend would have beaten this guy to a pulp.
Yeah.
One, you mess with the dude's wife, you get a little more adrenaline that way. And two, he's a big dude. You imagine getting beat up and your friends going like, what happened to you? Got beat up at a concert. Which one? Dave Matthews. Like, yeah. So, anyways, good show. Good show. And I'm glad it helped you, or helped the young fellow.
Eric.
You remember his name?
Eric Dwyer.
Remember his full name. Well, hats off.
I know where he lives.
Hats off to you, Eric.
Yeah.
Eric Dwyer?
Dwyer.
Eric Dwyer.
He was in the
I wonder if he's related to my friend Katie Dwyer. Let's just say yes.
He was in the
Yes.
Coast Guard, Air Force.
Oh, okay.
He was in some kind of fucking military.
Oh, right
thing.
on. All right.
I think he actually still is.
Nice. He was built. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Right on. Okay.
A little more muscle than I like.
Oh, right. You're like skinny, hungry boys. Right on. Anyways,
we got to go through one song, but when we get to song 4.
Why don't you just skip to song 4?
Oh no, we're gonna listen to this whole.
Oh, are we listening to Dave Matthews now?
Yeah.
We're just gonna. That's our soundtrack. He did. He played this, by the way. It was cool.
I'm sure he played everything.
It was a really good show.
To be fair, I actually believe. I'm making fun of Dave Matthews, but like I really do actually like all these songs.
The thing is, that everyone makes fun of him. Not everyone, but like mostly males. But they'll make fun of him. They say, but music. This is good. Now the other thing I noticed is, you hear all these instruments here. He's got like 87 people in his band.
Holy shit! Really?
It's like, well, it's it's him. It's some dude, Tim. Then he's got like a bassist. So there's like 2 guitarists, a bassist, the drummer, saxophone guy, flute guy, like clarinet guy, violin guy is a big one, and yeah. There's like.
Alex said, okay.
Nice.
Just trust me.
Nice. High five. All right. Yeah. So I'm thinking in my head, seeing all these people on stage. It's like, wow, that's a lot of. it's like, man, we made a lot of money. He's like, no, you did. You got to split it 87 ways. I mean, I'm sure Dave gets a big chunk. But you got to split the rest. So, yeah. And then the other thing I was thinking is the violin guy he's pretty prominent in the band.
Yeah.
I grew up playing the violin and I hated it. But if you were told me as a kid I could have been the dude in the Dave Matthews Band, I totally would have stuck with it. Because that guy is cool now. That guy must get a lot of ass, you would imagine, right? The violin guy?
Probably not.
Why would you say that? He plays an instrumental part in almost every song. They duel. So it was cool. They went on like 20-minute jam sessions. Like it was a solid 3-hour concert. It was cool.
Fair enough. Next time they come to town, I'll have to get some panties and get them ready to be dropped.
Oh, you're gonna go out and actually buy undergarments?
Yes, they could be.
Nice.
They could be dropped.
Well, okay.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Yeah. See, what do I tell you?
I
what did I tell
still
you?
wouldn't have sex with him.
What did I tell you? So, anyways, did you hear about there's a player on the Cleveland Indians. He hit his 100th home run, which is like a landmark number. It landed in the bullpen of his team, and they retrieved the ball. And instead of just giving it back to him, it's something you want to keep.
Yeah.
The 100th ball. Instead of giving it back to him, they made a ransom note of there were, I think, about 10 or 12 pitchers in the bullpen. They each listed what they wanted him to give them before getting the ball.
Was one of them naked pictures of V. Arthur?
No.
And a football helmet filled with cream cheese?
Close. So if you look at the list, everyone had like iPad, Apple Watch, MacBook Pro, iPad, whatever. And then one of them was iPad, and that was scratched out, and it said 55-gallon drum of lube. So first of all, do you want to know what happened? Were the ransom demands met? It's a lot of money. If you add it up that way, it would have looked like it was probably, I don't know, maybe about $5,000 worth of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the ransom was met, but not by the player who hit the home run. Apple got wind of this, and they paid the ransom, and they own the ball. They own the ball now.
They're not going to give it to the guy?
They'll probably give it to him. It's Apple. But I thought that was a cool kind of PR story. Now, they announced this at their Worldwide Developers Conference, which is like a big...
So wait, what did the guy do with all the lube?
Well, they didn't buy the lube. So when Apple put it up on their screen and all that, they photoshopped that part out of the note. But, you would think 50-gallon drum of lube is kind of an odd request. It's like, where the hell do you get that? You can Amazon Prime a 55-gallon of lube.
How much?
It's on Amazon. Whoa, Samantha, let's look this up. Justin, are you in need of a...
I mean, no, I still have some, but...
Well, I mean, that's a lot of lube. So let's see. 50-gallon. Here we go. Passion natural water-based lubricant. 55 gallons. Retail list price, Samantha Q. $2,500. Amazon price, because they discount everything, $1,176.
I thought you were going to say like $10.
$1,176.01. You save $1,323.99. That's a 53% discount, Sam. How can you not buy this?
How can I not?
I know. So you get, this is what you get. You get the ultimate lube keg, and you get a lube pump included. So you can get it out of the drum.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. The product description, Sam Q. What are you going to do with all this lube? Wrestling match? Biggest adult party ever? If you're looking for a simply jaw-dropping amount of lube, Passion Natural Water-Based Lubricant is ready to get the fun started with this 55-gallon drum. With its superb formula, you will have a natural feel that keeps you moist longer and also works great with all toy materials. Easily washes away with warm water and mild soap. You may never run out of lube again. Size 55 gallons. Note includes pump. Ships via freight due to weight limit.
I can imagine my neighbors like drag this fucking vat up the steps.
So the 55-gallon drum does indeed exist.
Okay.
Just in case you need any. So I thought you'd find that interesting. That's a lot. It is a lot of lube.
This song sucks.
You don't like So Much to Say?
I like the one that's on after it.
Okay, we'll wait for that.
Mm-hmm.
You wait for that. Also in the news, did you hear it was recently Kanye West's birthday? Yeezy.
Oh yeah.
It was his birthday.
I really cared.
I I really
baked a
care.
fucking cake about it.
I really care too. Did you hear what Kim Kardashian bought him for his birthday?
What?
She rented out the Staples Center, home of the LA Lakers and the LA Clippers. Got his own 2 basketball teams together, which included Justin Bieber. Got John Sally and somebody else to coach the respective teams. Had refs there, had music, had announcers, had coaches. Oh, got the Laker girls to come out, and they played a game. He loves basketball that much that that they just plopped down money.
Well, Ming Chen, I know what you're getting me for my birthday.
What do you
this
want?
year.
Oh, do you want to?
I want the same thing.
You want to be at the Garden, the TD?
Yeah.
What's it? Where do the Bruins play?
TD Garden.
TD Garden. You want to go to the TD Garden and play hockey?
Yeah.
You skate?
I could learn.
Okay. I'm not quite at Kim Kardashian level yet. So I heard if you want to rent the Garden out for a night and have all, get hire refs than the Laker girls and have announcers and all that, $110,000.
That seems easy.
Yeah. Do you think they throw in a cake? Like Chuck E. Cheese throws in the cake and some tokens.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay. It looked cool. Oh, he had his own uniforms and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. This is like, you could do it to this. I think you are doing it to this.
I remember.
Right. Yeah. Was it to this?
It was to
do you
all
remember?
Of these songs.
Wait, it was about 20 minutes. So do you remember which song it was when you were?
Best of. It's like all of these.
So Satellite, Crash, Ants Go Marching.
Ants Marching, yeah.
All right.
I think afterwards we might have watched the movie The Guardian.
The Guardian? Which
it's the one with Kevin Costner and Ashton Kutcher.
Oh,
the Coast Guard. He must have been in the Coast Guard.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was in the fucking Coast Guard. That's
he's
probably
trying to impress you.
Oh no, I brought the movie over for him.
Oh, you
to watch.
did?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that
like one
was
of my favorite movies.
That was nice.
Yeah.
All right, right on. So, all right, let's. I did play ice hockey, by the way.
You did.
Yeah, Did I send you a picture, or did I tell you I played ice hockey?
You sent me a picture.
Yeah.
And then you lost the footage.
All right, well, let me rewind back here. So my female cousin Minsu, plays on a hockey team, a rec hockey team in Sugar Land, Texas, and they skate on the Sugar Land Imperials hockey rink. So she was like, "Hey, you want to try playing ice hockey?" She knows I play street. She knows I love hockey, and I'm like, "I don't skate really well." And she's like, "Don't worry, I'll get some gear. We're gonna go full gear, and you're gonna get out there on skates and play hockey." And I'm like, "All right." And it made her really happy too. She was real excited to take me out there. So I got suited up. The coach came in for that team. He was like, "Hey, what's going on? Gonna play some hockey, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah, coach." Like, he's like a hockey coach. Like, all right, let's go. Let's get suited up. I don't know what
it would have been even better though if the coach that walked in was Tortorella.
Yeah,
that would have been better.
Yeah, and I've seen this coach before. Like he's yelling at the players. He's very animated. Like he's got to motivate these kids.
Oh shit! I started over again.
Yeah, that's all right. And like he's like, all right, let's get suited up. Like I don't know where anything goes. I'm putting the elbow pads over my crotch and shit. Like I don't know what's going on. But finally, I get suited up and I take my first step out there and it felt good. I'm not gonna lie. With that stick, with the hockey stick, it's easier to balance.
Yeah.
And I did all right. I skated around my cousin. We got the passes. I scored some goals. And then these little kids came out. I'm like, oh, hey, we want to play too. We tried to play some little like 2-on-2 offense defense. Now the problem is I don't skate very well or barely at all. So they're skating circles around me. They're scoring all over me. They're having the time of their lives. So I had my GoPro with me.
Yes.
Actually, I had one on my helmet that someone else had, and I had one on a tripod that someone else was shooting on. And unfortunately, I don't have that GoPro anymore. It got lost/stolen in Houston. I'm still hoping I'll get it back somehow. Like whoever took it will look at the me playing hockey poorly. I'm like, holy shit, that's TV's Ming Chen.
Oh,
I better get this back to him. I didn't even care about the camera anymore. I just want that footage.
I was just say you care about the Eddie Bauer bag that it was.
And
in.
the Eddie Bauer bag that the stuff was in because you sold it to me.
Exactly.
So what had happened? Just to recap this, I had a GoPro camera in there and a Zoom H4n recorder. And when I got to our hotel in Houston where the con was at, I saw people from the con. I put it down to give them a hug. Then I collected my documents for the con. Forgot all about it. And 12 hours later, I bolt up in bed about 2:30 in the morning. I was like, oh, shit. I left that bag down there. And I'm like, please still be there. Please still be there.
And it wasn't.
Gone. But who takes something like that? Like, if I had found it, like, I would watch the footage, listen to the recordings, and I would have at least returned it to the front desk.
Yeah.
No, nothing. I went 3 times. Anything lost, found Eddie Bauer bag. I had a picture of it on my phone. Looks like this. Nothing. Zippy. That's just bad karma, isn't it? To take something that.
Well, I mean, somebody stole my yoga mat from my car.
You told me that. When wasn't your window was kind of rolled down? You told me they forced it down.
Yeah,
they nabbed the mat.
It was like cracked.
Right.
They forced it down.
Yes.
And they stole my sweaty yoga mat. It wasn't even like a Lululemon mat. It was like a Marshall's mat. Like.
Wow.
Fuckers.
That's awful. Anyways, I have one more thing I want to talk to you about. This involves you somewhat. Wanted to get your opinion. Do you remember a few months ago we went to New Orleans and then Brian didn't show up and we didn't get paid? You remember that whole debacle?
Yeah, I remember that whole
Remember how mad I was, and I was pretty... I may have texted you during that saying how mad I was, and I was just kind of...
I kind of caught every aspect of it. I saw the apology.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were here when Brian apologized, said he was going to make it right, and he never moved forward with that. Well, we as of today, we got paid today. We finally got paid. Well, there's a whole thing. They're running another con. They wanted us to come out again, plus Kevin and Jay, and but so we put a little. It's like, hey man, like you want us to come out, like you got to pay us. It's only right, even though, yeah. Anyways,
even though one person didn't show up,
right, and he kind of screwed all that up.
So did they pay Brian too?
So no, he didn't show up. Okay. No, so we were there. So this is what happened. We got paid minus what we made from the con, which is usually how it works. And then they took another chunk off for Brian's travel that he skipped out on. Fair enough. Which means we lost out on that, which means he owes us money, basically. I'm not going to say how much, but airfare, 3 nights hotel, it's not cheap. So that came out of our pockets. So he owes us money. And so there are a couple ways we could go about this. One, he just gives it to us outright, which I don't know if that's going to happen.
I don't think so.
No. So what's the other solution when you need quick money and we're podcasters, need quick money.
You fucking drug him, you cut out his kidney, and you sell it.
No, that's not easy at all. I don't know anything about surgery. I don't know anything about black market organs.
I'm sure somebody does.
So here's my idea, and it does involve you if you want to be a part of it. Bonus pod, everybody. What's the solution to anything? Bonus pod. So I actually came up with an idea for a bonus pod. Yeah. So I thought, it's kind of a benefit of sorts. To benefit the Brian Johnson, I skipped out on the New Orleans Con fund, and I owe Ming and Mike money fund. So my idea is this bonus pod, but you need an idea, you need a theme. You can't just sit around and talk and expect to sell it to people and expect them to buy it, right? So this is my idea. Brian's always kind of he's always making fun of me and Mike's sort of manliness. He's always calling us gay, homo. He makes a lot of gay jokes.
I know it's wrong that he says that about Mike.
Yeah, me it's okay. Yeah, but what is the test of what do you measure real manliness by? What is the mark of a real man? Is it what he does? Is it
how well he has sex when Dave Matthews
right?
Is
Is it his philosophy? Is it how much facial hair he has? Is it how big he is? Either
you kind of lose on all of these already.
Well, is that the mark of a real man? What say you as a woman? What is you see a person, see two guys, which one's the manlier man? How do you judge that?
I don't know. I mean, all my boyfriends have been like thin and shrimpy looking.
Right. Okay.
Clearly, strength isn't anything to me.
All right. Well, I mean, it's all relative, right? If you're stronger, does that make you a real man? No. If you're good at taking care of kids, does that make you a real man? Perhaps. If you serve other people, does that make you a real man? If you have a beard, does that? It's all relative, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So I boil it down to science, irrefutable science, irrefutable. You can't refute science. Science is science. It's whatever is proven is proven. And I say the mark of a real man is how much testosterone he has, scientifically. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my idea is to get all of us together, measure our respective testosterone
you've
levels.
You've had this for a really long time now.
I have. You've seen this on my notes. Mm-hmm. You can go out and you can buy testosterone kits to measure your level of testosterone. And we put it to that test. We see who has the most. Now, This is what I'm proposing. Me, obviously, Mike, Brian, Walt, Sunday Jeff, Q, and Get him. That's 8. Now, out of all that, you've met all of them. You've potted with all of them. Who do you think would probably have the most testosterone? I think most people would say maybe Brian Quinn. He's had a lot of conquests. He beds a lot of women.
That's true.
Yeah, he may be.
He does own cats though.
Right, but his
so
level
that brings him down a little bit.
Right. Well, that's an X factor. But you would think his testosterone level must be off the roof, right?
I would think maybe. I would think maybe Sunday Jeff.
Yeah, you would think, right? Maybe.
I mean, but then he does have the voice of an angel,
and small hands. If you.
So I mean, maybe not.
Got small hands, yeah. So is it Mike Zapsik perhaps? Maybe
maybe it is.
To just out of all, do you think of him as a man? Yeah.
Is the man's
now,
man.
The monkey wrench is it's been well documented that Brian has low levels and he's taking medication. But I thought that would be kind of fun though to see, if he wants to juice, he can. If he wants to take performance enhancing drugs,
for this now.
he can. To see how much he would make it skyrocket. I think that could be kind of funny.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I mean, I'm down for that.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. I don't want 8 people. I want 9. I want you in there.
I would hope I don't have much testosterone.
I want you in there as a control, as they say in the scientific industry.
I would hope
what do you think?
I don't have. I would hope I don't have.
No, but wouldn't that be funny if you came out like you had more?
I don't know. That would make me feel like if I had more testosterone than Brian Johnson, I would feel like I was going to grow a mustache and a dick.
No, but obviously you don't though. Isn't that's the whole joke?
No, I don't have a dick.
No, that's funny. That's the yes. So what do you think?
I mean, like,
would you be down for? Would you? You don't have to, but I'm asking you.
What do I have to do for this?
How do you do?
Don't you have to ejaculate into a cup?
Yeah, you got jizz into a cup. No, you don't. I'm not gonna tell you how you do it. Yeah, I want to spring it on them if they agree to do it.
Oh, okay.
Well, what do you think about that? As raising
that's fair.
Money to that way he doesn't really have to do anything. He doesn't go out of pocket. We we'll put it up for like $2, like something so minuscule. What do you think? I think it would be funny. And, God knows I participate in all their bonus podcasts. The least they can do is participate in this one.
In you and Mike's.
Yeah, and this would be fun, too.
What does Mike say to this?
Yeah, he's all for it.
Oh, okay.
He's all for it.
Well, if Mike's all for it, I'm all for it.
He's all for it. So, he wants his money back, motherfucker. Like, yeah. So, all right. Well, I will propose this to them.
Is there an axe murderer coming in?
No, I think it's just Mark.
Oh, so an axe murderer is here.
Yes. Yeah, I haven't pitched this to them yet, but I would think.
I mean, I think, yeah, go for it.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to run it by you. All right. Well, I think that's all I have right now, unless you have anything.
No, I'm almost done with my burrito, though.
Wow, I was quick. I didn't even hear you eating, so.
Oh, I heard me eating.
That was good. Well, I think the difference between you and Brian eating is like there's a big chasm. There. Oh, there you go. There's the Brian. There's the Brian Johnson. There's the Brian Johnson. Anyways, and John Blaine here, our friend John Blaine here says you should come and join me and Maggie Blaine. At Maggie Blaine and me in Indianapolis for a weekend of Dave Matthews Band. I think we've got extra tickets.
I think that stands for Orgy with the Blaines.
Yeah, I think so. When they play Crash, yeah. 3-way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I love you guys and all, but, I love you guys now. I don't know if I love you that much. So, anyways.
Maggie Blaine sounds hot.
Maggie. She is. She's part of our crew.
She sounds hot.
She's very hot. Anyways. Wow. So I'm gonna have to find out how our friend broke her foot at Dave Matthews.
Yeah, she was walking up a hill or something. I saw her limping around on crutches, and she has a
Oh, today?
Yeah, she has it like
an aircast thingy.
Yeah, she's gonna be in like a boot or something.
Yeah. Anyways, good show. And then if you do in fact go to the PNC Arts Center in New Jersey, in Holmdel, New Jersey, you can in fact drink in the parking lot. So, anyways, all right. Well, that's all we have for you this week.
Wait,
kids.
hold on, I gotta get chips in my mouth.
Right.
I'm trying to be overly obnoxious.
Let's hey everybody, hold on to your butts. I hope there are good quotables in this movie.
I mean, Chris Pratt's usually good for good quotables.
Right. Name one from Guardians. I'm sure there are some. I just can't think of any right now.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you run a blacklight around my ship is gonna look like a Jackson Pollock. Yeah, that's a good line.
What?
Yeah, don't you remember that line from Guardians?
No, I don't.
Oh, it was in there. Am I right, or did I just imagine that?
I think you might have imagined that.
Maybe I did. All right. Well, thank you, Samantha Q. Welcome back.
Thank you, Ming Chen.
And welcome back to me too. I guess although I pot all the the time.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening, everybody.
Yeah,
Thank you for staying with us.
thanks for being patient, tuning in again.
Yes.
We love you all.
Yes. Oh, and
some more than others.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Let's go. All right. See you guys later.
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio.